वो भी ठीक है, ये भी ठीक है, वो भी ठीक है, ये भी ठीक है, सब ठीक है, ये ठीक नहीं है. That's what Ramuji is saying.
Swamji's famous statement.
Yeah. So said more. Yeah, this is it. Okay. Any questions? So there was a question. Okay, it was a private question, and see, it's about the teacher. About the teacher. परीक्षलोकान् कर्मचितान् निर्वेदमायाध्यात्मनः नास्त्यकृतः कृतेन तद्विज्ञातं स गुरुमेवाभिगच्छेत् श्रोत्रियं ब्रह्मनिष्ठं समित्पाणिः. Like that, there is a mantra in the Mundaka Upanishad, which clearly says, having examined your own life and having examined the limitations of this of everything we have done in samsara, cause, effect, karma, karma phalam, then you go after that which is uncreated, which is Atma, etc. It says, and seek out a guru. Guru meva bhi gachet, and shrotriyam brahmanishta. The question is good. The question is, this advice is impossible to follow. Go after a guru who is a shrotriya and brahmanishta. How? It is not like saying, leave your shoes outside the door. Leave your shoes outside the door, you can leave the shoes. Cut out the salt itself is a bit difficult. Doctor says cut the salt out. That itself is a bit difficult to follow. But you can follow, right? Please turn left, and that's where the store is. Then follow the advice. But seek out a guru who is a Shrotriya and Brahmanishta means what? First of all, guru itself I don't know. And on top of that, Shrotriya and Brahmanishta also. It's not an advice that can be followed. But there doesn't imply that you are going to know. It means that only such a person has the capacity to help you. You means the person who has come to that conclusion that this, whatever is there in this world, is not going to satisfy me. Whatever is there in other worlds also is not going to satisfy me. Okay, if you have come to that conclusion, then on this person, that's what Shastram says. And how do you figure out who is a Shrotriya, Brahmanishta? Shrotriya means one who is knowledgeable in the scriptures. Brahmanishta is one who has assimilated that knowledge and is now crystal clear about it. So clear. Ita prajnaha we saw in Bhagavad Gita, right? That person is a Brahmanishta. Okay. Because knowing the Shastram is one thing. Anybody who knows a little Sanskrit can study some scriptures, maybe heard from somebody, and say, I know, I've studied these things. But I have studied these things is not enough. I am now who the Shastram says you are. Okay, if I can say that, not Swami said it, Shastram said it, no, that is Shrotriya. Brahmanishta means I can say it. I can stand in front of 1 million people and say it. Okay, that is called Sthita Prajna. And therefore, I can say I am free. Nothing in the world has the capacity to take that vision away from me. I do suffer pain, etc. But that's because that is a swabhava of this body. But I am free. Despite all the pain, I am free. That is called Siddha Prajna, Brahmanishtaha. Question is, how do you seek out that person? Well, the way to seek it out is Vriddha Vyavahara. Vriddha Vyavahara. That's a term that we use. It is like saying you've come to a new city, absolutely new city. You've come. You've got a new job. They come, and now what? You have no idea where to live. Do you have to live close to the company, or do you have to live far away? What is the transportation? Which areas are good? Which areas are good for children to study? All these things you have no idea because you never lived there. Then what? Vriddha Vyavahara means ask the people who are in the know of these things. Find the people who are in the know. Ask 10 people. That's what we do typically. Ask 10 people, 15 people. Maybe you already have friends there. They'll guide you. And so guide you. Get guidance from the people as to that is how. That is how we end up going to various ashrams, listening to various swamis. That's how we end up. How did you end up listening to Swami Dayananda? Did you do a big analysis and questionnaire and all? No questionnaire, nothing. You heard people saying, no, you have to listen to him. And you listen to others also. And then automatically it becomes clear who is who. And then you go after. That's the only way. Yeah, correct. So it is not like you literally follow that advice. It's not possible. That's why sometimes there's a family tradition. No, this particular sampradaya, we follow that sampradaya. So then you automatically, that person is given to you. So there was another question. Can we ask the Guru, are you jnani? Any thoughts on that?
No way.
He will laugh it off.
No, I mean, it's a question. It's a valid question. Okay, so he will laugh it off. Ramaji says he will laugh it off. See, let's think about it. See, normally we don't ask the question because that means you're doubting who is talking to you. You're doubting. That's the thing, right? Who are you to doubt me? Are you doubting me? That could be one response. Now, if that is a response, then this is a sign. That's a good sign that now is the time to relieve yourself. Just say, okay, I see. That's a good way to test gurus, I think. But then, suppose the person says, this is where the student has to be ready to receive the answer. Because a jnani is not an ordinary person, no doubt. And the person can respond. And say, yeah, I'm a jnani. What are you going to do with that? What are you going to do with that information? It's not going to make your burden any less. You have to still come to classes. And you have to still do all this homework. Anvaya, Pyasa, everything will be there. So it's of no use for you. Okay, suppose the guy says, what do you think? What do you think? Do you think I'm a jnani or not? Suppose he puts the question at you. Then what? I think you're a jnani only. Okay, so I'm a jnani. Good for you. I'm glad you think I am a jnani. The guy can turn it around. Or suppose he says, no, I'm not a jnani. I have a long way to go. Now, what will you do after this? What will you do now? The question, student, what should the student do? Really? Now the student comes to class again, then the teacher should ask him, wait a minute, I just told you I'm not a jnani. Why are you in this class? Do you want to learn from a jnani or like jnani? If you want to learn from a jnani, you can't be in this class. So a jnani has various ways to deal with this question. And you have to find out how important that question is for you. Okay. And Another thing is, as a person talks and as people listen to other acharyas and swamis, certain facts will emerge. Some ideas you'll get that, person is good or this person is just fluff. Fluff means a lot of words, meaningless words. And I think this guy's a waste of time. It becomes very obvious. Intelligent people can figure it out very quickly. So it's not possible to hide for too long. That's what I was trying to say. And so those are some thoughts I had when that question was raised. And so you should try it and see what happens. But yeah, it's of no use to the student. That's what I feel. It's of not much use to the student to ask that question. Do you have Brahma Vidya? Like that. I mean, the teacher should say, and I'm free. I mean, game is over for me. Should be free enough to say that. Game is over. Like that they should say. And now, all that's left is to share the knowledge. That's about it. Even that is optional. The teacher is not obligated to share that knowledge. But my karma is like that. I love to do what I'm doing, and so I'm doing. To the extent possible, I'll do. Like that, the teacher can say. So, those are all good questions. Yeah.
Guruji, is there any difference between Sthita Prajna and Jnani? Or both the same?
Yeah. So, generally, we talk about two things. Jnanam and Jnana Nishtha are talked. Jnanam means you got it. You got it. It's called Jnana.
Okay.
But then you got it is not enough because it is because there is a hangover. You know hangover? Hangover means the guy drinks in the night and then he sleeps and then he wakes up. And it's been now 12 hours, but then he's still groggy, groggy. It's not, the hangover is still there. And the alcohol is still there in the bloodstream, still not yet metabolized. And so it will take a while for this guy to get his bearings right. Correct? And like the guy who hits a jackpot, some $X million jackpot, okay? Until then, he was living in a one-bedroom, small, puny apartment because he can't afford any much rent, okay? And now jackpot $1 million. The next day, you find him again in the same place where he is asking for food. Where he is there, where free food is distributed, Why? Hangover. This hangover is there. He doesn't understand that, my goodness, he can give food, not take food. He doesn't understand that. It'll take a while. He has to do some nididhyasanam. I am a millionaire. I am a millionaire. I am a millionaire. I am a millionaire. I don't have to do this. I don't have to wear torn jeans. I don't have to wear torn clothes. No, I don't have to. He has to do nididhyasanam, constantly tell himself. Until there's no more need for that. Until he's normal, etc. That person who's no longer needs any reminders, no longer needs that reinforcement, is a jnana nishtha, nishthavan purushaha, sthita prajnaha, brahma nishtha. Jnani is the one who knows. Now he has to just, the knee-jerk reaction has to go. Knee-jerk reaction, right? Just reacting, because that's how I've always reacted. Something happened. That's the reaction all the time. But then wait a minute. Why did I react like this? So Jnana Nishtha means is that person won't be reactive like that. Person is a true expression of that Brahma Vidya, truly living that. Like that, they make a distinction in the Shastra. But technically, there is no difference, you can say. Jnani,
Okay.
Jnana Nishtavan, Sthita Prajna also is a Jnani. And somebody who may not have Nishta also is a Jnani. Also is a Jnani. So, good. So we will pause
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
Isn't it in the Tattva Bodha or Vivek Chudamani that 3 kinds of Gyani is been talked about?
Yeah. So, Radhaji is talking about in Viveka Chudamani, there is a shloka. Okay, I forget what the shloka is. But
Me too.
Bharati Tirtha ji, Acharya of Sringeri Acharya wrote a commentary to that. That I remember. There he talks about different types of jnanis. Brahmavid is one jnani. Then Brahmavid Variyan, and then Brahmavid Varan Variyan Varishtaha. Brahmavid Varaha, Brahmavid Variyan, Brahmavid Varishtaha. He talks. What is the difference between all this? Brahmavid is a jnani, a jnana nishthavan, but the person continues to be active in a way he or she feels like being teaching, doing things, teaching, for example, active teaching. That person is a Brahmavid. Then Brahmavid Varaha. Okay? The person is not active at all. Brahmavid Variyan. There is some other meaning to that. I'm not able to recall what that distinction is. Then Brahmavid Varishtaha. That person has lost all Deha Prajna completely. The person is just not even perceiving through the sense organs. The person must be made to eat food. Okay? That person is a Brahmavid Varishtaha. Like that Acharya makes these distinctions. Yeah, that's there. Correct. Thanks for the reminder, Anuradha.
Thank you.
Four. He talks about 4. I'll try to find my notes somewhere I've written it down. And that last Varishtaha, some physical examples are given. Varishtaha is like a stone that has sunk into the ocean. Always there. The one level below. Variyan is like a wooden piece, wooden slab that is floating on the ocean. Something like that. They give some physical analogies. But these are a bit technical for us. Yeah. That only shows that. What does it show? It shows that Jnanam is priority, Jnanam is important. After that, what happens need not be our concern. Yes, Jiveshwara Aikyam. And the Aikyam has to become our own vision. It's now that previously it was the vision of the Shastram. Now it has to become my vision. My vision cannot be different from the vision of the Shastra. And so, after that, we are ready for anything. We are ready for anything that happens. Brahmavid Varaha, Brahmavid Tamaha. Okay. Swamiji is given some quotations and things like that. Right? Like,
It is in Shloka 33. SPG has given the commentary of that. Vivek
33 Viveka Chudamani.
Vivek Chudamani, which I had quoted there earlier.
Okay, good. 33. That's the verse now.
So, Guruji, they say realize the self and then abide in the self. So this Nishta is where you are abiding in the self.
So sometimes they use the word abiding. for Nishtha. Sometimes abiding. Abiding in that vision. See, we are all abiding in the self. All of us are abiding in the self because that's it. We are the self. So, abiding in that vision, that who am I? Vision is clear. And so, so realized, yeah, they use sometimes the word realized for enlightened, realized, use all these words. Yeah. Upasidet gurum pragyam yasmat bandha vimokshanam kshatriyo vrajino kamahato yo brahmavittamaha brahmanyuparatah shantah nirindhena ivanalaha. Okay, good. Ahetuka daya sindhuhu bandhuranamatam tatam.
8 qualifications of a guru is this.
Ahetuka daya sindhuhu. Ahetuka, one who is compassionate for no reason. Hetu nahi hai. Without reason, the person is compassionate. Beautiful. These words are all just purely Indian. Brahmani uparataha shantaha. Nirindanaha. Iva analaha. It's like a fire which has no fuel. All these words,
Kamahatah.
the way they Shrotriyasya chaka mahatasya.
Akamahatasya.
No more fuel. That doesn't mean that person does not have any fire in the belly. But that is the meaning. No, karma cannot get that person. That's the idea. Good. We're having good discussions. Okay. Pause. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanataya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha.